nào.
One afternoon, the sun was no longer harsh but soft and golden, spreading warmth across the small garden behind the house.
Đây đi nè.
Dad led Lily outside, holding a familiar bamboo basket. Today they were going to harvest pumpkins for dinner. Round pumpkins rested beneath the lush, green vines. Lily followed Dad closely, crouching down to admire each pumpkin, her eyes shining with excitement.
Vào đây nhé, vào đây nhé. Cắn thử miếng xem.
Dad gently showed her how to lift them without causing damage. Lily followed carefully, hugging a pumpkin nearly as big as herself and placing it into the basket. Each time she added one, she smiled proudly, feeling very capable. When the basket was full, they brought their harvest inside.
Sạch nha.
The small kitchen soon became lively. Dad washed the pumpkins, placed them on the cutting board, and cut them into small pieces.
Đây là vỏ đi, vỏ cái này đi ha. Con lấy rổ đi. Không, con chưa ăn được đâu, con lấy rổ đi. Đây mang đây. Mang đây. Đấy, đấy ha. Thử nào. Rồi, cắt cái miếng nha. Đây con, cúi xuống. Đúng rồi. Rồi, lấy cái bí đi con. Đây kia. Đây lớn đi. Đúng rồi, mang đây. Cái này hả? Cái này nhỏ quá. Lấy cho to về nhá. Lấy to về hầm sữa cho con nhé. Đây này. Đây này. Nha. Đây làm như đây nha. Thấy không?
Lily stood beside him, helping place the pieces into a basket, working seriously like a little assistant.
Ngon không? Thấy không? Đúng rồi, cầm vào đấy. Vào đây. Đấy. này mình hấp lên nhá. Cái này mình hấp lên cho mình nghiền nhá Linh nhá. Hấp lại luôn nhỉ. Hấp lại luôn nhá. Hấp lại cho nó ngon nhá. Xong đây mình cắt mình nghiền ha. Đúng rồi. Đấy. Đây đi, vào đây. Cần đây. Vào đây này. Đó. Này, vào đây nữa này. Đi này. Bỏ nồi thấp nha. Đi này. Đó.
Afterward, Dad boiled the pumpkin pieces until soft. Steam rose into the air, filling the kitchen with a gentle pumpkin aroma.
Nóng đi, cẩn thận đấy, nóng đấy. Nóng lên. Giờ mình xay nhé Linh nhé. Ở đây nè.
Once cooked, Dad carefully placed them into the blender, adding a few extra ingredients to make the drink richer and tastier. Lily stood close, watching every step with curiosity, with
Rồi tí sữa Linh nhé, tí sữa nha. Đây nè. Đấy, tí sữa vô ha. Rồi, thế thôi nhé. Lấy sữa đi, lấy sữa. Đúng rồi. Đấy. Cắn tới đấy hả? Đúng rồi. Cắn tới đây này. Rồi, để mà cắn đâu. Đó. Ở đây nha. Rồi, được rồi. Thế thôi. Đây coi. Đó. Rồi.
Dad turned on the blender. The steady hum filled the room as a bright, golden yellow mixture appeared inside, smooth and inviting.
Rồi, được rồi.
When it was done, Dad smiled. Pumpkin milk was ready. Lily was so excited she could hardly sit still, clasping her hands as she waited. Dad poured the drink into a cup, gently blew on it to cool it down, and handed it to Lily. She took a small sip, and her eyes instantly lit up. "So good!" she exclaimed. Lily drank eagerly and soon finished the whole cup, her face full of satisfaction. Dad gently patted Lily's head.
Lau miệng.
The simple afternoon passed with laughter, the sweet scent of pumpkin and the warmth of two hearts sharing a homemade treat from their own garden. Later that afternoon, in their cozy little home, Lily, the little monkey, was relaxing on her familiar yellow beanbag chair, watching her favorite show on TV.
Lily. Xem TV hả con?
Seeing his little girl so absorbed, Lily's dad walked over and gently reminded her about her shirt, which had gotten a bit dirty after a day of playing.
Thích xem hả? Thích hả? Xem TV thích kìa mọi người kìa. Thôi ở nhà nhé, nhà ba đi mua đồ nhé. Thấy bụng đúng không?
When her dad announced he was going to the market, Lily didn't want to stay home alone. Her eyes lit up with anticipation, and she pleaded to go along. Touched by his daughter's adorable pouting, her dad smiled and agreed. Quickly, go get your helmet, Lily, and I'll take you with me. Lily dashed inside, her heart racing with excitement for the upcoming trip. While Lily was busy looking for her blue helmet, the phone rang. Her dad picked up. In a split second, being so caught up in the call and a bit absent-minded, he started the engine and drove off alone. Just a few seconds later, Lily hurried out, with her helmet tucked neatly on her head. But the smile on her lips vanished as the sound of her dad's engine faded in the distance.
Dad.
Lily looked around in confusion, her tiny hands dropping to her sides, a deep sense of disappointment showing on her poor little face. Meanwhile, Lily's dad was cruising down the road, completely unaware that he had left his treasure at home. It was only after he finished the call that he realized what had happened. However, since he had already gone quite far, he sighed and decided to finish the shopping alone. With her helmet still on her head, a stinging reminder of the missed trip, the little girl stared blankly at the gate, her eyes full of sadness and a hint of reproach. At home, Lily wandered from room to room with a gloomy face. She no longer had the heart to watch TV or play. At the market, he carefully picked out the best bunches of bananas for his daughter, not knowing that Lily was going through some of her saddest moments. Finally, she trudged out to the garden. When her dad's motorcycle pulled back into the yard, he excitedly called out her name.
Ly ơi! Ly!
But he was met with a haunting silence.
Ly ơi! Ly! Ly ơi! Ly! Ủa, đi đâu rồi?
Anxiety began to wash over him as he searched the whole house but couldn't find Lily anywhere.
Đi đâu kìa? Ly ơi, Ly!
and sat quietly on the wooden fence.
Ly ơi Ly.
He rushed out to the garden, calling her name with a face full of guilt.
Ly Ly. Trời, đâu rồi? Chắc là giận mình thì sao nhỉ? Ly ơi. Ly ơi, Ly. Đi đâu rồi không biết. Ôi Ly, sao ngồi đây con? Trời, sao ấy?
Finally, he found Lily huddled in a corner of the garden. Seeing his little girl looking so heartbreakingly sad, he immediately picked her up, held her tight, and apologized over and over. I'm so sorry, Lily. I was in such a rush that I forgot. I was so absent-minded. To make amends, he quickly carried Lily inside.
Ba xin lỗi Ly nhé. Bây giờ ba là sao ba thế ha? Không ăn chưa?
And brought out the bunch of bananas he had just bought.
Ngồi đây ba với Ly ăn nhé.
Seeing her favorite treat and feeling her dad's love, Lily's anger seemed to melt away. She began to peel a banana and ate it happily.
Thấy chưa? Bóc ra ăn này thấy không? Ngon ha? Ngon nhỉ? Ngon ha?
The afternoon ended peacefully as the dad and daughter sat together again, letting go of the hurt to make room for joy and
Ba
warmth.
xin lỗi Ly nhé. Nãy ba vội quá ba quên ha. Đáng chí quá mà nhỉ. Ngon quá ha. Ba xin lỗi Ly nhé. Nãy ba vội quá ba quên ha. Đáng chí quá mà nhỉ. Thương quá nhỉ. Thương quá. Ngon quá. Thế đi chơi đói đúng không? Ngon nhỉ.
Today, the house seemed strangely vast and quiet. No laughter, no familiar warmth. Dad had gone on a business trip. For Lily, the little monkey who usually clung to her dad every minute, his absence felt like her whole world had suddenly collapsed. Lily didn't run or play like usual. She sat listlessly in a corner, her big round eyes staring fixedly at the door where Dad's figure had disappeared that morning. Her auntie, seeing this, gently approached to comfort her. "Lily, sweetie, Dad just went to work for a bit. He'll be back with you soon." But those words couldn't seem to fill the empty space in her heart. At snack time, Auntie brought out tangerines, the juicy, sweet fruit Lily usually adored. Auntie meticulously peeled each segment, offering it to her. "Lily, eat some, it's very sweet." But Lily shook her head.
Quýt ngọt lắm Lily. Lily lại ăn đi. Lily ơi. Quýt đây Lily. Quýt gì? Quýt gì chuẩn bị cho Lily rồi nè. Lily. Quýt ngon lắm Lily ơi. Lily. Lily lại ăn quýt đi. Sao vậy Lily? Lily, lại ăn quýt đi. Quýt ngon lắm. Lily ăn thử đi. Sao vậy? Ăn đi Lily. Sao vậy? Lily ăn đi. Lily.
She pushed her auntie's hand away and turned her face aside.
Ngọt lắm Lily ơi.
The bright yellow tangerine held no appeal when her heart was heavy with missing him.
Đi. Quýt tôi mua ngọt lắm. Ăn đi Lily. Quýt ngọt lắm Lily ơi.
Auntie patiently tried to coax her but was met with heartbreaking indifference.
Lily nhớ bố à? Sao Lily không ăn? Lily nhớ bố à?
Lily missed Dad so much she didn't even want to eat. Her whole body drooped like a wilted leaf.
Lily ơi. Sao vậy? Sao Lily không ăn? Ăn đi Lily.
In Lily's eyes at that moment, there was only one answer. "I'm waiting for Dad."
Lily không ăn, không ăn. Lily nhớ bố à? Bố đi công tác Lily nhớ Lily. Lily con rồi con về nhé. Lily ăn đi, ăn đi. Lily, vào ăn thôi Lily ơi.
Then the magical moment arrived. Auntie exclaimed, "Lily, Dad is almost home. I called him, he's on his way." Just hearing Dad's home, Lily's eyes suddenly lit up.
Chị gọi bố rồi, bố về bây giờ. Lily vào nhà nhé.
The gloom vanished, replaced by hopeful anticipation.
Vào ăn đi Lily. Vào ăn rồi bố về đó Lily. Lily ăn đi rồi bố về nha.
She began to listen to Auntie,
Lily ăn đi.
sitting still and waiting.
Bố về. Sao vậy Lily? Ăn đi Lily. Ăn đi, quýt ngọt lắm. Lily ăn thử một miếng không? Lily giỏi Lily ăn thử một miếng không? Lily ăn đi. Đi. Bố về giờ đó Lily.
Her ears perked up for any sound from the yard.
Ăn đi Lily. Đi.
Ding dong! The doorbell rang like a happy melody.
Sao vậy Lily?
Lily shot up like an arrow, rushing to open the door. And there he was, the person she had missed all day. Seeing Dad, Lily burst with joy.
Đây, Ly giỏi quá. Nè, không mua đồ cho Ly nè. Mở cửa đi con, mở cửa đi, mở cửa đi.
Bố về rồi hả Lily? Lily mở cửa cho bố đi. Mở cửa nè, Lily mở cửa cho bố đi.
Đây, đây.
Bố về rồi đó Lily.
Đây.
Dad opened his arms wide, asking tenderly, "Was Lily good at home?
Lily nhớ.
Did you miss Dad?"
Rồi,
Lily dove into his arms,
Ly hư quá hả?
holding tight to her beloved dad, as if afraid he'd leave again.
Sao? Ở nhà ngoan chứ? Ở nhà cái gì ngoan chứ, ba đi làm chứ Ly, đúng không? Không được hư vậy nha, thấy chưa? Ở nhà nấu đồ ăn là gì ăn ha? Thấy chưa? Có cảm ơn gì nhá?
Dad patted her head, praised her, and thanked Auntie for her hard work.
Lily, bye bye.
Bye, cảm ơn gì nhá? Bye bye. Đây, ba mua đồ ăn cho Ly ha, thấy chưa? Rồi đi đây ngồi nhé.
The gloomy atmosphere was completely blown away.
Để ba tí nhé. Đây này, còn đây.
Now, with those same tangerines, but sitting next to Dad and being fed by him, Lily ate deliciously and happily. The sweetness of the fruit, mixed with the sweetness of love, made Lily chirp with joy again.
Bây giờ bóc thêm cho Ly ăn nhé. Đói bụng không? Đói bụng không? Qua đây con. Đây. Đây, cái này cho Ly nha. Nè. Đấy, ngon không? Ngon không? Đây, con bóc cái này ăn đi. Đây, con cầm đấy. Bóc đi. Chào mọi người nhé. Ngoài việc quay video với Lily thì bình thường mình vẫn làm ở một công ty, với lại mình làm bán thời gian nên có nhiều thời gian để chăm sóc Lily nhé. Lily là một đứa trẻ nhỏ nên là rất là nghịch, nhiều lúc mình cũng bó tay với Lily, nhưng mà thấy Lily lớn khỏe mạnh là mình cũng vui lắm rồi mọi người ạ. Mong mọi người quý Lily nhé, thấy chưa? Ha.
Watching Lily, Dad smiled, his eyes filled with immense love.
Lily
Aside from work, all my remaining time is for Lily.
Ở nhà có gì chăm sóc với Lily ha.
She's just a little kid.
Bay làm về không
Even
mua
if
quà
she's
cho Lily
naughty
nhé.
sometimes, just seeing her healthy and happily waiting for me makes all the fatigue disappear.
Đó. Được không?
The house was filled with laughter once more. Lily had found her joy again, because for her, happiness was simply being by Dad's side.
Rồi, giỏi lắm. Đây. Đó, con cầm đấy. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Đây nữa ha. Thầy Linh ngồi ngoan nào, ngoan đâu, ngoan đâu. Đúng rồi. Ngồi ngoan đâu. Đây. Đó. Trời ơi, nhét hết vào đấy hả? Nhét vào đây hả? Ly ngoan đi chưa? Sau ở nhà với gì ngoan nhá. Đi làm về băng mua đồ cho Ly ha. Được không? Nha, bắt tay nào. Đúng rồi, bắt tay nha, nhớ nha. Đây, ăn thêm này. Thôi hả? Ngoan nữa hả? Ăn cái nào? Đây. Để con ăn đi. Ăn cái đó đi. Ăn từ từ thôi chứ. Ăn nhanh như vậy.
That morning began peacefully in the small house. Lily was sitting obediently at her tiny desk. In the kitchen, Lily's dad had finished preparing breakfast. Seeing him getting ready to leave, Lily rushed after him, her eyes sparkling as if to say, "Let me go with you. It's too sunny out there." You stay home where it's cool, okay? Although a little sad, Lily obeyed and watched him disappear behind the gate.
Lily, nhà ngoan nhé.
Ok.
Oh,
The house fell silent, but Lily didn't stay sad for long. She quickly climbed onto the dining table and uncovered the food. The sweet, crunchy apple slices Dad left behind chased away her boredom. Lily ate deliciously, enjoying the taste of her dad's care. Once her tummy was full, a thought popped into her head. I must help Dad with the housework. No sooner thought than done, Lily found a cleaning rag. She sprawled out on the floor, her small hands diligently wiping every tile. She even climbed onto her little desk to scrub every corner. Looking at the cleaner house, Lily felt very proud of how helpful she was. After working hard, it was time for a reward. Lily headed to the bright yellow fridge in the corner. Using all her strength to pull open the heavy door, her eyes lit up when she found the treasure. Cold bottles of Yakult yogurt drink. At first, Lily only intended to drink one to quench her thirst. But the sweet and sour taste was so cool and refreshing, it was irresistible. Sitting casually on the chair, bottle in hand, she downed it in one go. So yummy, she thought, and couldn't help herself. She reached for another and then another. Soon the table was littered with empty bottles. Just as she was enjoying her yogurt party, she heard a noise at the gate. Her intuition told her Dad was home. She panicked, looking at the mess of bottles on the table. In a moment of innocent panic, Lily grabbed all the empty bottles and stuffed them back into the fridge, slamming the door shut to hide the evidence. Then she ran back to her desk as fast as her legs could carry her, sitting up straight and pretending she had been studying hard the whole time.
Hi.
Dad walked in, saw his daughter sitting nicely at her desk, and smiled with satisfaction, praising her. Lily let out a sigh of relief, thinking she was in the clear. However, when Dad went to the fridge to get some water, Lily's secret was exposed. As the door opened, instead of cool water, a pile of empty bottles tumbled out. Dad turned around, looking at Lily with a serious expression. Knowing she couldn't deny it, she shrank back, her big round eyes filled with fear and regret. But Dad didn't scold her. He gently pointed at the pile of bottles, then at the trash can, kindly teaching Lily an important lesson. Trash belongs in the trash can, not hidden in the fridge like this, okay? Understanding her mistake, Lily sheepishly walked over to the fridge. She picked up each bottle herself, carried them to the blue trash bin in the corner, and dropped them in. Watching her waddle back and forth trying to fix her mistake, Dad's heart softened. When the last bottle was in the bin, Lily rushed into his embrace, feeling the warmth and forgiveness, promising herself to be a better girl next time. That morning didn't start like any other day. In the small room, little Lily lay flat on her soft bed. Lily was exhausted, her eyes half closed and listless. Worried about Lily, her dad had rushed to the market early. He looked for the best traditional herbs like lemongrass and ginger, hoping these natural remedies would help his precious daughter get over her cold quickly. As soon as he got home, before even resting, the first thing he did was check on Lily, his eyes full of concern. Seeing that Lily was still lying still, he went to the kitchen. He meticulously washed every piece of ginger and stalk of lemongrass.
Hôm nay mình đi chợ mua ít đồ thảo dược để làm nước tắm cho Lily nhé. Bây giờ mình sẽ làm nhé.
Then smashed them on a wooden cutting board to release their fragrant essential oils. He put the ingredients into a wooden basin and added boiling water, creating a steaming herbal bath that smelled of love and care. He carried the basin to the bathroom.
Lily, ăn rồi, ổn con? Ổn không?
He went back to the bedroom, gently picking Lily up like a treasure.
Đi đây tắm. Tắm nhé.
Carried her to the bathroom.
Ba có pha nước cho Lily đấy. Thấy chưa? Đây nè. Thấy không? Đây nè. Đây coi. Cái đồ đó, cái đồ đó. Đây là nhé. Nước hả?
And helped her out of her clothes.
Rồi, liên mang nè. Đúng rồi. Khởi quần nè. Nó nằm xuống khởi quần nè. Nào, đi đây đi. Ra đây. Rồi, được ấm rồi đấy, tắm này sướng nè. Nào, tắm đi nhé. Đây, đấy, thấy chưa? Nào, thử đi. Nè, ấm đấy, thấy chưa? Thấy không? Này, đó.
Placing Lily in the warm ginger lemongrass water, he lovingly bathed her and massaged her back, arms and legs.
Gừng. Gừng này ấm người đi nha, thấy không? Nè, thơm không? Cái trên đây, đúng rồi. Để tay đây. Rồi, để tay đây. Ngâm tí cho nó ấm nhé. Thấy chưa? Để tay đây. Đúng rồi. Được không? Đã không? Xả chân lên nè, xả chân vào xe nè, đúng rồi đấy. Nào, xả chân thẳng ra, đúng rồi. Tắm trước. Nào, tắm sạch nào, ấm áp nào. Sao rồi?
The warmth helped Lily's body relax, and the fever seemed to subside with every gentle touch.
Hay. Sao gì? Nè, quay lên đây nè. Đúng rồi. Quay lưng nè. Rồi, thôi bây giờ ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi. Rồi, ngâm một tí nhá, ngồi ngâm một xíu nhá. Chưa? Đúng rồi đấy. Bỏ tay vô, tay vô đây, đúng rồi.
After the bath, he quickly wrapped her in a big blue striped towel, hugging her tight to keep her warm immediately.
Cái nào đây nè. Đó. Đó, ok chưa? Ngồi im nè, ngồi im, đúng rồi nè. Đúng rồi. Giỏi lắm, xem nào. Sao vào xem nào. Cái môi bạn này. Xong rồi mình ăn cháo nhé. Nhé. 3 cái tô cháo cà rốt ly này ha. Rồi. Rồi xong rồi. Đâu? Rồi. Khỏe đi, khỏe không? Đây mặc áo nhé. Đây. Sao? Dậy mặc áo này. Đây. Đây Linh. Đúng rồi. Úi, gì đấy? Úi trời ơi, cái hộp cứng quá nhỉ. Rồi, tôi qua xe này. Sao? Chút về tí hả? Ngồi đi chơi nhé, ngồi đây ba nấu cháo cho Ly nhé, được không? Nhé. Ngồi đây nấu cháo cho Ly nhé. Ngồi đây. Ngồi ngoan nhé, chưa? Nó bỏ chân nè. Rồi, ngồi đây, đúng rồi. Ngồi đó. Ngồi đây nhé, tôi đi cháo. Bây giờ mình nấu ít cháo cà rốt cho Lily nhé.
To help Lily regain her strength, Dad went back to the kitchen to cook nutritious carrot porridge. He carefully cut the bright orange carrots into small rounds and simmered them until soft. By now, Lily had been changed into fresh clothes, looking cute and clean. She sat obediently on her familiar little wooden chair, her eyes looking a bit brighter. Dad sat opposite her, patiently feeding her every spoonful.
Ồ, ngon quá ha.
Perhaps thanks to the refreshing herbal bath, Lily ate with a good appetite. The warm porridge soothed her stomach, making her feel much more awake and less tired.
Bà nó ốm rồi này. Ngon quá ha. Cháo cà rốt ngon hả? Yên à, cũng giỏi đó. Ngon không? Ngon không? Nấu cháo ngon quá à? Ngon quá ha. Khỏe lên đúng không? Ăn vậy là khỏe lên. Khỏe re ha. Ngon quá nhỉ. Đúng rồi. Ngoan này, ngoan này. Không ngoan này. Rồi cái tay giơ ngồi xuống nào. Đúng rồi, ngoan. Dạ, tay bận này. Đúng rồi. Có khỏe nhanh rồi đúng không? Nhỉ? Giỏi lắm. Đi nằm ngủ nào. Đi làm thuốc nhé.
Ending a long, tiring day filled with care, he carried Lily back to her cozy bed.
Làm đây.
He tucked the blanket in carefully, sealing the corners so no draft could get in, and gently patted her to sleep.
Nha. Này, con nằm xuống.
After the meal, although she didn't like it, Lily obediently took the spoonful of syrup medicine Dad gave her to get better.
Rồi, thôi được rồi nhé. Rồi, con nằm đây. Nào. Đúng rồi đấy. Thôi đi ngủ đi nhé. Ăn rồi, uống sữa rồi, ngủ đi cho khỏe nhé. Này, đi ra chơi với ba nhé. Khỏi bệnh đi chơi với ba ha. Thôi ra đồng chơi nhé. Này mưa bão quá nhỉ. Giỏi lắm. Ngủ ngon nhé. Đúng rồi, ngủ ngon nhé. Đi ngủ ngoan nhé. Giỏi lắm. Đúng rồi. Đi ngủ giỏi nhé. Đi ngoan lắm. Đúng rồi đấy. Ngủ ngoan ha.
Watching Lily drift into a peaceful slumber, the dad hoped for only one thing, that his little girl would recover soon so that tomorrow when the sun rises, Lily could run and play in the fields just like every other day.
Đi ngủ ngoan đi ha. Ta ở đây nhé.
the atmosphere became unusually cozy. Dad carefully prepared a tub of water, the temperature just right. Not too hot to startle Lily, but not too cool to make her chilly. The moment her tiny body touched the warm water, all her tiredness seemed to melt away. Lily wasn't scared at all. On the contrary, she looked absolutely delighted. To make the bath even more poetic and relaxing, Dad gently added fresh, bright red rose petals.
Thích không? Quá tay nhỉ, quá tay rồi.
The water's surface instantly turned into a tiny, fragrant garden, with the rising steam carrying a delicate floral scent, signaling that peaceful moments were about to begin. Lily's eyes lit up as she saw the rose petal boats drifting around her.
Nè, ăn được cái này. Đây này, này.
She playfully scooped them up, feeling the velvet-like softness on her fingertips before letting them float away. The sound of trickling water mixed with Lily's curious, joyful expression created a strangely serene scene. It was time for the special spa attendant to get to work. Dad took out the baby body wash, the kind with a gentle powder scent that's safe for sensitive skin, to start the care routine. Snowy white, soft bubbles were gently rubbed onto Lily's skin. With skillful and tender massage strokes, Dad scrubbed every inch, from her small back to her little arms and legs. Lily seemed to understand the love in every touch. She sat still, her eyes half closed, her whole body completely relaxed, soaking up the pampering. When bath time was over, Dad lifted Lily out and quickly wrapped her in a pink fluffy towel, perfectly matchy-matchy with the rose petals from earlier. Dad meticulously dried every damp tuft of hair, gently dabbing the water off her chubby face. Lily lay quietly in Dad's arms, feeling the warmth of the towel and the absolute safety of being with her dad. The thick, warm towel was like a tight hug, shielding Lily from the slight chill outside.
It's raining so hard.
In the cool air of the year's end, Lily's little house felt incredibly cozy thanks to the twinkling lights of the beautifully decorated Christmas tree. Dad was away today. Looking around the quiet room, a bold idea sparked in the little monkey's mind. Lily wanted to give Dad a big surprise to welcome the new year. A squeaky clean house. No sooner thought than done. Lily got to work. She quickly went around, picking up every piece of trash on the floor and putting it in the bin, clearing the way for her grand cleaning mission. But before the heavy lifting, Lily needed a mental boost. She turned to her little joy, her basketball. skilled dribbles, focused eyes, and a precise shot into the hoop weren't just showing off her skill, but a declaration. Lily is ready. That brief moment of fun gave her a huge burst of energy. It was go time. Rag in hand, Lily didn't miss a single spot. From the table and the top of the fridge to the photo frames holding memories of Dad and daughter, everything was cared for. The sight of the little monkey meticulously wiping away every speck of dust until everything shined showed her dedication and boundless love for her home. Living room done, Lily moved quickly to the bedroom. A pile of messy clothes lay ahead, but that couldn't stop Super Lily. She gathered the dirty laundry and tossed it neatly into the washing machine. Her speed and decisiveness were amazing, as if she had done this hundreds of times before. Back to the living room for the final and most important step, mopping. This was Lily's stage. She handled the mop with the skill of a pro. Lily seemed to be dancing with the mop, turning hard work into a passionate performance. Clean patches of floor appeared, reflecting the shimmering Christmas lights. When the house was finally fresh and clean, Lily allowed herself a break.
Now reward yourself.
Sitting on the chair, she rewarded herself with a box of fresh milk. It was a well-deserved treat after a day of hard work. Sipping her milk, she looked at her results with pride, imagining Dad's happy smile when he came home.
As soon as the school bell rang, Lily excitedly ran to the gate. The two of them walked to the parking lot, enjoying the happy atmosphere of a finished school day. Reaching their familiar motorbike, Dad smiled and whispered, "Lily, I have a special gift for you." Immediately, Lily's eyes lit up like tiny stars. Overwhelmed with curiosity, she was about to use her little hands to open the gift right then and there. But Dad gently stopped her. He patted her shoulder and said, "Let's open it at home, sweetie. It's about to rain. We need to hurry so the gift doesn't get wet." Even though she was bursting with anticipation, Lily obediently nodded and held on tight to her dad's bag. The motorbike sped up, carrying her excitement back to their warm home where the secret inside the box was waiting. Once inside, without a moment's delay, Lily and her dad began the discovery mission.
Đừng múc đây bà, đừng múc đây. Cái túi này nữa, cái túi đây. Để đây luôn nhé. Rồi con mở đi.
Her small but nimble hands tore through the tape and opened the box under her dad's encouraging
Bên trong
gaze.
có gì nè? Bên trong có gì nè? Đúng rồi đấy.
In her eyes, the box didn't just hold things, it held a whole world of her dad's care.
Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, đây nữa. Đúng rồi đấy. Rồi, xong rồi. Này vào thùng rác nhé. Này. Đấy, trời ơi, đẹp chưa? Này, đây này. Thấy chưa?
Inside were the outfits that Dad had carefully handpicked. A stylish pair of denim overalls,
Đồ mới của Ly đấy.
a vibrant blue and yellow set,
Đẹp không? Đây nữa này.
and an incredibly cute bear print shirt.
Thích đồ nào nào? Thích đồ nào mặc cho Ly nào? Ly thích bộ nào? Đây hả? Đây hả?
Lily excitedly tried them on, one by one.
Rồi mặc đây cho Ly nhá. Ra đây nè, ra đây thay đồ nè. Nè, các người thay đồ cho Ly nè. Cái thay đồ, cái đồ. Đây. Mình xỏ hai cái chân vào ống nha. Đó. Bộ này bộ liền này. Bộ liền nha. Úi giời, cái chân này, xỏ cái chân này chứ. Đúng rồi, tìm cái chân của mình đi. Tìm cái chân của mình đi. Đây rồi. Chân mình đây rồi. Kéo chân mình nhá. Đúng rồi đấy. Mình cúi xuống. Rồi. Đứng lên nào. Đứng này. Ôi trời, chết rồi. Nè. Chết rồi. Sao giờ? Sao giờ? Có vẻ không vừa rồi Ly ơi. Chết rồi. Không vừa rồi. Con đứng thế nào?
However, a bittersweet situation unfolded.
Thôi. Đứng đây xem nào. Rồi, lên đứng đi xem. Lên đây. Rồi, lên đây.
Perhaps because Dad had ordered them too long ago, or maybe because Lily was simply growing like a weed, but the first denim overall
Cô may sai rồi.
was a real struggle to put on.
Bộ này mà đặt lâu lắm ấy. Mãi về cho Ly đấy. Nha. Ôi, Ly lớn nhanh quá rồi. Nè. Không vừa mất rồi mọi người ơi. Ly mọi người lớn nhanh quá. Đây là thử đồ khác cho con nhé. Thử đồ khác nhé. Thử khác cho Ly nhé. Ra đây này. Thử khác ha. Thử cho Ly bộ này xem thử nhé. Xem như biết đâu vừa nhỉ. Bộ này chặt quá. Nào bỏ cái chân vào đây nhé. Đây. Bộ này là bộ vàng xanh nhé Ly nhé. Không vừa đừng có buồn bay nha Ly nhé. Đây nào. Trở lên. Thôi rồi, xong rồi. Bộ này lại không vừa nè mọi người ơi. Trời ơi. Sao rồi Ly? Sao vậy? Sao? Thôi hả? Qua đây con thay cho. Đây nhá. Sao? Sao? Thôi từ ba thay thử bộ này xem sao nhé. Thử bộ này nhé. Chết rồi. Hình như cũng vậy luôn rồi. Nào mặc thử nhé. Các bạn thử nốt bộ này nhé. Các bạn thử nốt đi ha. Chết rồi. Bộ này có vẻ rộng hơn nè. Thoải mái hơn nhỉ. Trời ơi, chết rồi.
From the yellow and blue set to the adorable banana-themed outfit, every single one had become too tight for her rapidly growing little body.
Cái bộ hình quả chuối này cũng không vừa nè mọi người ơi. Ôi, sao giờ? Sao giờ Ly? Thôi sao rồi? Tôi cũng mua cho Lily 3 bộ đồ. Nhưng mà rất tiếc là tôi đặt là hơi chậm. Với lại hàng về hơi lâu ấy. Nên là Lily lớn nhanh quá. Đồ nó hơi dài một xíu nên không có vừa. Buồn quá ha. Lily đừng buồn nha. Thấy chưa? Để bác đặt lại đồ cho Lily nhé. Đẹp nhưng mà không vừa Lily nhé. Không phải đâu.
Looking at herself in the mirror in the ill-fitting clothes, a hint of disappointment and sadness flickered in Lily's eyes. She realized that she wouldn't be able to wear these beautiful outfits after all.
Không đâu nhé. Không phải đâu. Tôi cởi cái này nhé. Cởi nhé. Cởi ra nhé. Không cởi hả? Cởi ra nhé. Cởi này ra nhé. Cởi ra nhé. Tôi cởi đây cho ba nhé. Nó dẫn đi mua trái cây nhé. Nha. Đây Ly. Mặc lại đi mua trái cây nhé. Bà dẫn đi mua trái cây nhé. Nha.
Seeing his little girl looking a bit down, Dad couldn't bear it. He decided to make it up to her with a trip to the market on their trusty motorbike.
Được rồi, ra đây, đi nào. Đi. Xuống đi ơi, xuống nào. Đứng lên con. Đứng đi.
At the vibrant, colourful fruit stall, Lily was like a true little assistant. She watched intently, helping her dad pick out succulent red plums, crispy apples and clusters of deep purple grapes.
Của bạn đẹp chưa này? Bạn đẹp chưa này? Bạn đẹp chưa Ly này? Đây Ly này. Đẹp không? Đẹp chưa? Đẹp chưa?
The most heartwarming moment was when Lily took the bills from her dad's hand and carefully handed them to the shopkeeper to pay for the grapes. This small gesture wasn't just about shopping, it was Dad's way of teaching Lily about independence and how to interact with the world around her.
Về nha. Qua đây đi về nè. Lấy thêm trái cây nhá, lấy dưa nữa nhá. Đi về nè. Đi về nhá. Chào cô nhá. Lên xe nè, đi lên xe nè. Đi lên xe thôi. Rồi đi về nhá. Rồi có bạn rồi đấy, bạn rồi. Đi làm đồ ăn nhá.
Together to buy some groceries. The familiar street felt livelier than usual. Lily trotted along beside Dad, holding tightly onto a newly bought cup of noodles, her face full of pride as if she were carrying a treasure.
Đi về.
When they got home, Dad carefully put the groceries away in the kitchen cabinet, while Lily ran into her room, sprawled out on the bed, watching her phone and enjoying her free time. Meanwhile, Dad took Lily's clothes to be washed. The steady sound of the washing machine filled the house. After watching her phone for a while, Lily felt her stomach growl. She put the phone down and ran into the kitchen to find something to eat. Opening the cabinet, she spotted the cup of noodles from earlier and happily took it out. Lily opened the cup and curiously tasted a bit, then frowned. Oh, it needs to be cooked first. Thinking quickly, she poured hot water into the cup, carefully closed the lid, and waited. Sitting there with her chin in her hands, Lily watched the cup intently, as if guarding something very important. After a while, when the noodles were ready, she opened the lid and the aroma filled the kitchen. Lily sat down and ate happily, nodding with satisfaction at her successful cooking. When Dad finished doing the laundry and came out, he saw Lily sitting alone, eating noodles.
Ồ, đi làm gì ăn hả?
Dad laughed and sat down beside her to eat together. They chatted as they ate, and the simple meal somehow tasted much better with laughter and warmth shared between them.
Đây này. Ăn đi nha. Ăn đi nha.
The afternoon passed peacefully. Lily lay inside watching her phone while Dad worked on his computer.
Ngon quá. Đó, đi ăn rộng nè. Đây, của Lý này. Ngon quá Lý. Đúng rồi, đi ăn giỏi ha. Trời ơi. Đi nấu mà sao không bỏ cái này vào nè? Sang bóc này bỏ vô chứ.
Suddenly, Dad received a phone call. Whatever he heard made him stand up immediately, his face turning serious, and hurried. He pulled out a suitcase and quickly packed his things. Lily watched, confused and unsure of what was happening.
Dad, Dad.
Within moments, Dad was ready and rushed out. Lily ran after him, calling his name, but she was too late. The door closed, leaving Lily standing there, confused and sad. She dragged a chair to the front door and sat down to wait, her eyes fixed outside. Lily felt sad that Dad had left so suddenly, without time to explain. After a while, Lily stood up and went back inside. Thinking about Dad, she took a cloth and began cleaning the house for him. Lily carefully wiped every corner, cleaned the table, swept the floor, and tidied everything up. When she was done, she climbed onto the bed and fell asleep without realizing it. Out. In the early evening, when the outdoor lights turned on, Dad finally returned home. Hearing the door open, Lily woke up and ran out. She hugged Dad tightly, all the sadness from earlier disappearing. Dad bent down, hugged her back, and gently patted her head.
Sao ra ngoài chơi mà nằm đây? Hả? Sao đây? Ồ, sao vậy? Ôm nè. Sao? Muốn đây nằm hả? Đây. Đây. Đây tôi đi. À. Đây hả? Sao? Nhà buồn à? Nhà mình buồn hả? Hay đi tí về mà đúng không? Đúng không Ly? Tí xíu về thôi mà hả? Thế ra ngoài làm gì cho Ly ăn nhá. Được không? Được không? Đi ha. Để mình làm cái đây nhá. Rồi Ly bỏ đây kia ba đi. Bỏ rồi, đúng rồi.
After that, the two of them went into the kitchen to cook together. Dad prepared a delicious dinner for Lily. She sat nearby, watching attentively and occasionally helping with small tasks.
Rồi, bây giờ mình làm xong cái ly để bỏ sữa chua vào nhá. Cái này phải làm cái ly trước ha. Úi giời. Đây. Con muốn thử miếng hả? Ngon không? Ngon quá hả? Từ từ vào lấy cho. Đây, vào ly đây. Đó. Ly đẹp quá ha. Thử miếng coi. Ngon không? Ngọt quá. Ngọt quá ha. Đây, được rồi. Và bây giờ để đây nhá. Ăn chỉ chứa nha. Đi bỏ nước ba nào, bỏ đây này. Đúng rồi. Bỏ đây nè. Giỏi. Đây nữa nè. Đúng rồi. Đây nữa. Đúng rồi. Đây ăn nè, đúng rồi. Giờ cắt thêm táo nha. Táo đẹp quá ha. Đây, từ từ con. Đây đi, bỏ đây cho ba. Đúng rồi. Bỏ cho ba. Giỏi. Đây nữa con. Đúng rồi. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Giỏi lắm. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Giỏi. Bỏ đây con. Bỏ đây. Rồi. Cắt ly những cái táo xanh nha. Cái này bỏ đây. Cái này cắt thật ngon đây ly nha. Bỏ đi con. Bỏ đi con. Đây này. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đúng rồi. Bỏ đây mình hiểu ha. Đây nữa đi. Đúng rồi. Đây nữa. Đấy. Đúng rồi.
Dad had also bought many fruits that Lily loved and made a refreshing fruit yogurt.
Bỏ kia đi con. Đấy. Lấy sang. Cái gọi này. Đúng rồi. Đấy con. Đây. Bây giờ sữa chua nhé. Đây. Nhìn hấp dẫn không Ly? Hấp dẫn không Ly? Ok rồi ha. Rồi đi thôi. Được quá ha. Cái ghế bỏ đi ra.
When it was ready, Lily enjoyed every spoonful with a happy expression. The evening ended in warmth and peace. For Lily, simply being with Dad made even the smallest moments of the day become beautiful memories.
Để ba trộn lên cho Ly một xíu nha. Trộn lên đều sữa chua với trái cây là mới ngon như nhé. Được không? Đầu đầu. Đây là sữa nha. Chà 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 chà, ngon quá ha. Đúng rồi. Đi một tiếng ngoan con, ngoan nào, ngoan nào. Ngoan nào, ngoan vào lấy tiếp nào. Nào có hả Ly. Cam này thấy ngon này ha.